Have you ever wondered why most crypto projects lock tokens and release them slowly over time? The idea sounds simple. If everyone receives their tokens at once, many people might sell immediately. That could create heavy selling pressure and cause the token price to drop. To avoid this, projects usually lock tokens and gradually release them over months or even years. At first glance, this seems like a smart solution. It helps stabilize the market and encourages users to stay involved for a longer period of time. However, Delta believes there is a major problem with this traditional approach. Most users eventually become passive holders. They are not participating in the ecosystem, they are not helping the network grow, they are simply waiting for the next token release and hoping the price increases. According to Delta, this creates what they call zombie users. These are people who are technically part of the community but contribute very little to the development of the ecosystem. This is where Delta introduces a completely different idea. Instead of connecting token releases only to time, Delta wants to connect token releases to actual user activity. The project calls this model behavioral cycle release. The concept is actually quite simple. Rather than rewarding people for waiting, Delta wants to reward people for participating. Under this system, a user's DTC allocation is divided into 100 release cycles. The first release happens immediately after a user completes KYC verification. Once the verification process is complete, a small portion of the user's DTC allocation becomes available right away. After that, future releases are not automatic. Users must actively participate in the ecosystem in order to unlock additional DTC. To make this possible, Delta plans to launch a flea market application within its decentralized ecosystem. Think of it as a digital marketplace where users can buy and sell items with other members of the community. People can list products they no longer need, and other users can purchase them. On the surface, it looks like a normal marketplace. However, behind the scenes, these transactions play an important role in the DTC release process. Whenever a user completes a valid transaction on the flea market application, that activity is automatically connected to the DTC release system. If the transaction meets the platform's requirements, the user's next DTC release can be triggered. In simple terms, users unlock tokens by contributing to real economic activity instead of simply waiting for time to pass. This approach aims to create a more active and engaged community. Delta believes that a healthy ecosystem should be built on real participation. The more people buy, sell, and interact within the platform, the stronger the ecosystem becomes. Of course, whenever rewards are involved, there is always a possibility that people will try to exploit the system. That is why Delta has included several rules designed to prevent artificial activity. For example, users cannot continuously perform the same type of transaction forever. The system allows only a limited number of consecutive one-way actions. If someone keeps buying repeatedly or keeps selling repeatedly for too long, the release process may be paused. To continue unlocking DTC, the user must return to balanced participation within the marketplace. The purpose of this rule is to encourage genuine economic activity rather than transactions performed only to trigger rewards. Delta has also introduced flexibility into the release schedule. Instead of forcing users to complete transactions every single week, the system allows release actions to be recognized across a broader time window. This gives users more freedom to manage their activity while still remaining engaged with the ecosystem. What makes this model interesting is the philosophy behind it. Most crypto projects reward patience. Delta wants to reward participation. Traditional token vesting asks users to wait. Delta asks users to contribute. It is a significant shift in how token distribution can work within a blockchain ecosystem. Whether this model succeeds will depend on how many users actively engage with the marketplace and whether the platform can generate meaningful economic activity over time. If users embrace the system, Delta could create an ecosystem where token holders are not just investors waiting for profits. Instead, they become active participants, helping the network grow. This approach attempts to align token rewards with real community engagement, creating a stronger connection between user activity and ecosystem development. As the blockchain industry continues to evolve, innovative ideas like behavioral cycle release, may introduce new ways of building sustainable communities and encouraging long-term growth. The question now is whether this model can deliver on its promise and create a more active ecosystem than traditional token release mechanisms. Only time will tell, but it is certainly an interesting experiment that is attracting attention within the crypto space.